Greetings everyone, I am Lotus Prince, and for this Let's Play we are going to tackle Resident Evil, the Darkside Chronicles. But not for the Nintendo Wii. I'm going to be playing this on the PlayStation 3 in HD. It's sort of a secret version in the West because it was only released on the PlayStation Store, but I think this will be quite exciting. The HD, smoother, I think, experience. Now, what are the Darkside Chronicles? Well, they're the missing parts of the Umbrella Chronicles. We cover Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil Code Veronica, and we have a unique campaign with Leon and Krauser. Because I have to admit, Krauser's introduction in Resident Evil 4 was awkward. Been a long time, comrade. Remember me? No. This is your first appearance. What? Who are you? And Leon's like, my god, it's Krauser. Okay. Well, in the Darkside Chronicles, you get to see Leon and Krauser working together, and what potentially led to what happened later. It'll be an interesting adventure for sure, covering some interesting enemies. Now, according to the back of the case here, the year is 2002. U.S. government agents Leon S. Kennedy and Jack Krauser are sent to South America to investigate the disappearance of young girls and rumors of a mysterious viral outbreak. The events that unfold will recall a dark journey into the past, where the betrayals and horrors of Resident Evil 2 and Code Veronica come full circle. Can memories of the past help stop the biological terror that has resurfaced to threaten the future of humankind once again? So there's your setup. Now, what I find interesting about this game is that there have been some tweaks added compared to Umbrella Chronicles. For example, how you get an S rank. There's no longer a post-level reward for objects destroyed. You do want to destroy objects. They might drop money because you don't get stars for beating levels on such and such a difficulty. You find money in the levels and you use that to upgrade your weapons instead. But if you're not breaking objects for rank, what are you doing? Well, there's score. You can get score in the game, and headshots contribute to that. There's score, there's time, there's enemies defeated, and there's headshots. And what I also find interesting is that you no longer use herbs the moment you pick them up. You just collect them. And you can use them at will, where if you're using a move, you can hold the trigger and press X at the same time. If you're using the Move controller and a PlayStation 3 controller, then you could simply press L1. Or if you don't remember the buttons, you can just go into the pause menu, go to status, select the herb, tell it which character to use it on. See, that's another thing. Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles was generally designed to be played with 1 or 2 players. There were some levels where you couldn't do that, Ada, Wesker, Hunk, but once you... I forgot if it was beat everything or get a certain ranking or something, but you could break the single-player requirement, so even if you're playing a level where there's only 1 character, you can just use 2 controllers and have 2 cursors on the screen. Don't worry about it, it's fine. But the Darkside Chronicles was designed to be played with 2 players the whole way through the main campaign. There's a minor exception to this later, but we'll get there. So you're going to see some things like Leon and Claire are always together because it's a 2-player game. So you're not going to have one character encounter Form 1 Birkin and the other character encounter Form 2. Everybody sees what they see because they're always together. So there's a little bit of breaking canon, but it also makes for a fun experience, and I really like the interpretations that Darkside Chronicles has of what were some otherwise familiar moments. Now, I'm going to put this playthrough up in 2 playlists, my standard LP format, where I'm giving commentary and reading text archives and things like that, and an S-rank playlist, where there's no commentary and I'm just going through the levels, skipping cutscenes, all that stuff. And I will link to each corresponding video from the video that you're watching. So episode 1 of the Let's Play will link to the S-Rank video will link to the Let's Play video, etc. So there you go. twice the playlists, hopefully twice the fun. I hope you enjoy. Let's go crazy. Capcom, Havoc, Cryware, checking data, loading data. There we go, Leon S. Kennedy, Claire Redfield. I had been waiting forever to play the Resident Evil 2 version of Umbrella Chronicles, and now we have it. And would you look at that? Code Veronica. Jack Krauser, huh? Didn't see that one coming, did you? Amazing.
Resident Evil, the Darkside Chronicles.
That's kind of decent, but it feels a little sluggish. But it is moving where I aim it. Alright. It is possible to play the game only with the motion controller, but it is recommended you pair the navigation controller, which I don't have, or the wireless controller with it for a more satisfying experience. However, if you use the shooting attachment, it is required that you pair it with another controller. Well, I don't have the shooting attachment, but I can select yes. When pairing a motion controller with another one, press square on the motion controller and L3 on the one you want to pair it with. That's right. Can I do that now? Yeah. There we are. And now look at the bottom. Now I have L2 for OK in addition to the main move button and the trigger. I don't care about the leaderboards. I know I didn't sign in. Alright. New game. Even within the games I have separate files. That's kind of nice. We're gonna play on hard difficulty. It says for experts. Well, I got Platinum Umbrella Chronicles, right? You think I could do it again? Archives, I can't even do it because I don't have anything. Score, same thing. Customize, there's nothing. But of course there's Chronicles. Leaderboards, strange. I don't think I quite remember this on the Nintendo Wii version. Options, I don't know if there's much to work with here. Audio and screen setup should be fine. Just the volume. Oh, okay, this is actually something. Health gauge and ammo display on. Score? Maybe if I'm going for S ranks once I've already recorded the standard playthrough. Laser sight? I think I would like that on. Subtitles definitely on. Controller setup, I think we're good. That is kind of cool though, there's the little Wii Zapper, PlayStation Move, whatever it's called. But I can calibrate them. Auto aim, interesting. Moving the crosshairs to an enemy will automatically target them. Only if you're using a wireless controller. Oh, that makes sense, because with the Move controller, it's just the speed of my wrist, but with a wireless controller, you are stuck with the speed that the normal scroll speed is. That was not a problem on the Wii, when you only had the Wiimote. Brightness, I think we're good. Oh, it's nothing. It's just adjusting your TV brightness. Difficulty, well, I could change it if I need to. Adjust reload sensitivity. That's kind of interesting. I will say, I think I prefer the aesthetic of Umbrella Chronicles' menu, where you're at a desk looking at a bunch of files. But oh well, let's go to Chronicles.
The Umbrella Corporation, creator of the spreading T-virus, has practically collapsed, and no cases involving BOWs have been reported since the Raccoon City incident. According to information we recently retrieved, a former Umbrella researcher contacted a man by the name of Javier Hidalgo in a small South American country. Javier, an ex-drug lord with political ties, disappeared shortly thereafter.
You know, you said it's a small South American country, but it is a country. Does this country have a name? Otherwise, Leon S. Kennedy and Jack Krauser. That's fascinating. Well, we know that we're going to play as Leon in Resident Evil 2, so I'll actually start with Jack Krauser. Finally, we can understand what he meant when he said it's been a long time, comrade. Somewhere in South America, 2002.
Javier Hidalgo, a man equally famous for his extravagant lifestyle. Following his sudden disappearance, we found out that he had attempted to approach Umbrella. Just what are you up to now, Javier?
Damn.
So, you think BOWs actually exist? Oh, wait. You said you faced him before, huh?
This is my first mission with Krauser. He's a soldier with the U.S. Special Operations Command and has quite the resume of accomplishments in the field.
Without an accent, it's just resume.
After all he's been through, BOWs, cryptid, they're all the same.
Our guide is in a village up ahead. He'll take us to Empire, where Javier is hiding out. Come on, let's move.
So even though this is the Resident Evil 2 and Code Veronica game, we do have unique content here. No wonder this place was so hard to find. All we know is that it's somewhere in South America.
Pretty quiet around here.
Where is everyone?
I like that. If I played as Leon, then we would have a different perspective.
Y ahora, las noticias. The number of missing teenage girls has now risen to over 50, marking an increase in disappearances this year. The local authorities are warning parents to be cautious.
It's more than just girls that have gone missing.
My crosshair's also gone missing. Look at those heat waves, that's nice.
There's no one left.
Something's wrong. It smells like a battlefield.
Battlefield.
Yeah, like death. Huh? He looks hurt.
It begins.
Hey, you okay? What happened here?
Krauser, wait!
Yeah, what?
Something's not right with this guy.
Alright.
Didn't see that coming. So this is what Umbrella's virus can do, huh?
Yeah. There was something different about this one.
I think I'm gonna remove the laser pointer for future levels.
We better find that guide before it's too late. Alright.
I'm also afraid I could just hit Leon.
Bowser, their heads! Aim for their heads!
I'm impressed.
I'm not, so much for my
That's the
combos.
toughest these bioorganic weapon things get. Then we got nothing to worry about.
Gold. Submachine gun.
Thanks. I owe you one.
Yeah. Better pay me back.
Good. I'm getting destroyed, but I was afraid I missed intel. I did not miss intel. I could use some help, though.
This is bad.
Let's keep moving.
Remember, he still got knives.
This way.
Alright, so up on the D-pad is handgun, left is nothing yet, right is submachine gun, and down is hand grenade. I could also use the face buttons on the move controller, but that's less convenient for me.
This is one hell of a mess we're in. Ugh. These guys sure are hungry.
By the way, you like how the reload is not a bar, but an animation?
These things are hiding everywhere, huh? So that was a BOW too, huh? Look, a snake tattoo. This is the mark of Javier's men, the sacred snakes.
What is Javier doing with this virus?
Checkpoint. No pause, no animation, just checkpoint. We know now.
Keeps rising. This looks like Javier's doing. Son of a bitch must have opened the water gate.
You think he knew we were coming?
Who knows? But I got my doubts about our guide still being alive.
Yeah. We'll be dead too if we're not careful. Hey, what was that?
Let's
Ah,
find out.
left on the D-pad is shotgun.
Anyone here?
Hey, what was that?
Let's find out.
Oh, gold.
Anyone here?
Pretty fast reload animation.
Let's just keep moving.
All right. The river took the bridge out. This way.
Be careful. There's something in the water.
Really?
Honest?
It's
Sure are
bizarre.
hungry bastards, aren't they?
Get inside!
Got my intel. I would like that first aid spray though. Good.
You hear that?
Come on.
That's our guide.
What happened?
That girl.
Girl? What girl?
She brought devils to this village. She escaped from Javier's mansion. I helped her. But then she...
Javier's mansion.
Where is she? Where did she go? Hey. Damn it. He's dead.
He said she escaped from Javier's mansion.
Yeah. You think it was one of those missing girls?
The sacred snakes traffic organs on the black market. Could have something to do with one of them, yeah. According to our report, there was no conclusive evidence linking the two, but, I think we'll need to track down that girl to find out for sure.
Well, now that our guide is dead, she could be our only chance to find Javier's mansion. There should be a boat over by the church. Let's check it out.
Oh no.
What was that?
Where's the body?
Something in the water. It took him.
Gross. Another checkpoint.
The church is probably over there.
Which way should we go?
Oh, really? Do I get to choose? Wow. I'll try left. I don't know.
Let's go this way.
That's cool. Branching paths. Really now? I do have a first aid spray, so it's not the end of the world. I would just rather not die.
It's deep.
Let's break it down.
Give me that herb, please.
There's nothing in here. Here they come again.
Let's go over the roof.
Okay.
Another checkpoint.
There's the church.
It was weird. There was a button prompt for just a second. Oh, an herb. Alright. It's close.
What the hell was that? Where did it go? I think it's gone.
That's alright. Are you serious?
Wait. You hear that?
Sleep, my love, as the trees above protect you from the dark. Our great river will watch you as you dream until
Leon.
dawn. Sleep, my love, close your eyes.
Wow, no thank you. Just hard cut. Oh my god.
Where do I shoot?
This thing is huge.
The big gaping mouth.
How the hell are we supposed to kill it?
Angelic voice. Yeah, we made it this far.
Let's take this fight outside.
I mean, we almost got it. It's terrifying.
Great. Where the hell is it?
Come on!
I'm out of shotgun shells, but that's fine. It's all well and good.
Shoot that!
Shoot that. Oh.
We did it!
It worked.
Leon, what the hell is going on here? Have you fought these things before? Look, fill me in. I need to know what you've been through. Everything.
No way is this going to be an S rank, but let's see what my score is. Oh, there's no continue and no damage clears? Damn. 2 A's. Too bad. Headshots, terrible. Remember, for an S rank, you need 3 S's and an A. Or, of course, 4 S's. So for my archive items, I'm missing 3, because I think you get some for S ranking on normal and hard. But I got everything that you could find. shotgun, of course, or, shotgun, submachine gun, Leon S. Kennedy, Jack Krauser, Guide, Villager Zombies, Javier Zombies, Jumping Maneater, Piranha, Written Orders, The Waterside Village, Overture, Girl, Communication from Krauser 1. Alright, pretty good. We no longer have the regular menu, but I suppose we could if I go back to main menu. Chronicles, continue the game. Customize, modify weapons. And archives. Look at all that. Oh yeah, titles. This was achievements on the Wii. The game has in-game things you can earn. I don't know if I got any. Nah. Voice? Listen to voice files? Communication from Krauser.
This is CQ1220. Please provide your code name and location.
This is 20 Silverdax. My location is 5210 at 1209.
Codename confirmed. I don't believe we've met before, Jack. I'm Ingrid Hanna. I'll be your support op for this mission. It's nice to make your acquaintance.
Are you sure it's okay to be using our names?
Yes, but just until it's time for the operation to begin. You can also use your cell phone until you arrive in town. When you meet up with Leon, he'll give you a wireless headset.
We're going to pick up the car. If we follow this road south, it'll take us about 40 minutes.
How much do you know about Leon?
I read his file, and according to that, he witnessed the Raccoon City outbreak.
Yes, he's a survivor, and his skills are first class. You two should get along well.
You never can tell. But as long as he does his job right, I won't complain. If your people recommend him, I trust him. Oye, ¿manejas larga distancia?
It's your money, mi amigo. Get in.
I need to get to the south side.
I can take you there for 80.
I'll give you 50.
Okay.
I brought plenty of money and ammo with me. Here, they seem to work better than talking.
Give my thanks to the U.S. military.
Sure thing. It's nice having them as a sponsor.
Okay, that's the start. Interesting that there are only 4 voice files. We have movies. Replay the movies you've seen in the game, so there you go. Girl. Overture, so the very beginning. We have text files. I guess I missed something. That's probably the S-rank stuff. But we have written orders. This is a special mission which is not in accordance with normal operational regulations. Consent of the operative to the following must be given prior to the beginning of the mission. 1. Release of protective responsibilities. Neither the government nor the persons in charge of operational command shall be held responsible for injury, illness, or death to the operative during the execution of their duties. No period. Also, in the case that said operative is captured by hostile forces, neither the government nor the persons in charge of operational command shall be compelled to negotiate with the operative's captors in any way on their behalf. 2. If during the execution of the operative's duties there is no contact from the operative for a period of more than 24 hours, the mission will be considered a failure, and the Directorate of Operations will be withdrawn and dispersed. From the operation starting point, the operative will begin their mission following the steps below. 1. Make contact with the local coadjutant. 2. Secure local transportation. 3. Infiltrate the private residence of the target. Also give procedural directives to full-time operator as necessary. It should have a hyphen, but instead it's full-time. The substance of this mission is subject to gradual revision based on the local situation. The operative will always do as instructed. Next archive. The Waterside Village. There is building animosity toward Javier's cold and merciless organization, and many locals are waiting for the opportunity to rebel. The influential and powerful people of Mixcoatl Village, affectionately known as Waterside Village, as well as the United States and the local government, have formed a coalition to expel Javier and have been amassing military strength. With their cooperation, provision of transportation and local guides, Leon and Krauser plan to head to Javier's mansion. Also, I would like to point out, for the voice, communications with Krauser, this is a file that I could only find in hard mode. It's the one when the spider appeared in the building and I blew up the chair or the table or something. That's a hard mode only file. Anyway, enemies. Villager zombies. These zombies were inhabitants of the waterside village Mixcoatl. They were attacked and infect. Give me a break, man. They were attacked and infected by the zombies released by Javier. Camera mode? Oh, that's cool. I could take a look at the models. That's cool. We have the Javier zombies. Zombies which were spotted in Mixcoatl. You're killing me with this. These were people that stood against Javier, whom he captured and turned into zombies. There is speculation that they were released by Javier as weapons of terror. Javier punished people and made examples of them by injecting them with the T-virus and having them serve as guard dogs for his mansion. Apparently there are types which have been artificially placed in a state of suspended animation, and made faster and more ferocious by inducing a V-Act reaction. I believe V-Act is Crimson Head? They are generally kept on chains and shackles, but when an enemy is in the vicinity, they are released. Jumping Maneater. A South American spider-based BOW that is optimized for hot and humid climates. Okay, piranhas that were administered the T-virus. Alright. Unlike normal piranhas, these can survive out of water for an extended period of time. They glide along the water's surface and attack their victims with a heightened ferociousness. They were bred as fighting fish and to serve as a death penalty for traitors. No comma necessary. In the Mixcoatl attack, hordes of them were released from the Javier Dam. Okay. Is that all? That might be all. Okay. Characters. Leon S. Kennedy. Member of a secret U.S. military agency, he was sent to a remote area of South America on governmental orders to investigate Umbrella's relationship to drug lord Javier Hidalgo. Having encountered numerous BOWs in the past, he has a working knowledge of how to engage BOWs in combat. Though generally a cool character, he tends to be awkward around women. His middle name is Scott. Mr. Scott. Jack Krauser. A member of the U.S. SOCOM, he was sent to a remote area in South America on government orders to investigate Umbrella's relationship to drug lord Javier Hidalgo. Jack is an exceptional soldier who has led many successful operations. Even when he encounters a BOW for the first time, he shows no sign of fear. He has never been quite at home in everyday society and feels that each day he spends fighting in the military gives his life meaning. And then we have the Guide. A teacher in the village of Mixcoatl, while an exchange student he worked for an NPO. When he returned to his home village, he became a teacher and dedicated himself to raising educational standards. He was hired by a U.S. secret military agency after they took notice of his high-level information gathering skills and reliability to work as their informant into Javier's dealing in the area. He knew that spying on Javier could prove to be a dangerous proposition, but after seeing Javier's tyranny take the lives of so many of his countrymen, he agreed to the U.S. government's proposition. Sadly, he was attacked and killed by a BOW released by Javier in retaliation. As a result, Leon and his team were left with no choice but to carry on with their mission without a guide. Oh boy. There you go. Well, of course I'm going to want to get those other files, so I'm going to do that now. I got Grenade. I got Hilda. I got Lighter. I got Ink Ribbon. Why? Well, items. I got the lighter. A lighter Leon carried in RE2. It proved its usefulness on many occasions. And we have an ink ribbon. A disposable item used with the typewriter. In RE2 and CV, it could be used to save game progress. And we also have enemies. Hilda. That's what that thing's called, huh? The gigantic monster which appeared in the Mixcoatl church. Beginning with the guide, many people met their end at this creature. It hides underwater and drags victims below the surface and devours them. Its legs and shiny skin look like those of an amphibious creature, but no one knows what it really is. There we are. Oh boy, that was a lot. It wasn't easy, but I got my S rank. And for now, it is time to stop the installment. Well, we certainly made a lot of progress today, didn't we? We beat the first mission of the game, which is unique content not found in Resident Evil 2 or Code Veronica. And you know something? It was remarkably tricky for me to get an S rank in this one. I don't know, getting headshots doesn't seem to be as easy in Darkside Chronicles as it was for me in Umbrella Chronicles. It might take a little bit of getting used to. But now that I've taken care of the regular mission and the S rank playthrough, each taking different paths and playing with different characters, I'd say we have that thing on lockdown. Oh, and by the way, one minor thing is I also got a title for beating the mission without dying once, so I could take a look at that next time and show you what that's like. Until next time, everyone,